Hey, Cammy, what's up, Cammy? How you doing?
What's up, Cammy?
Cheers, Hammy.
Just as a little intro, this is welcome to Beer and Cheese Pairing Tuesday with Beer Man and the panel. We got Bumpy Road Brewery here, and we got Miscellaneous Magnets. I love having them up here. Thank you guys for being here. Um, this will be fun. It's just we just kind of choose a wild beer and a wild cheese, whatever we want. I mean, I do my research. I'm sure they do as well. Before they choose what they want to mix it with, I even want to just do a wild pick a cheese and pick a beer. Maybe that's what you guys did this time. I did a little more research, but just because I felt like it, I guess. But cool. This will be interesting. Well, let's go ahead and start with Bumpy Road's Brewery. Bumpy Road Brewery. All
Well,
right.
what I did first, I did my research in the store. Um, First thing, I haven't had a Foster's premium ale ever in my life, and I haven't had a Foster's in a very long time. Foster's, it's Australian for beer. So it's got a nice green can. What I ended up doing was pairing the colors with the cheese. This is a sorry about you swearing that may coming through. This is Yancey's Fancy New York Artisan Cheese, and it is a champagne aged cheddar. So it's got that nice green coloration there with the little wax outer layer, matches the can beautifully. So I paired through coloration. Um, I've had cheddar cheese. I've never had a champagne cheddar though. So what it does say on this actually is ingredients are aged cheddar cheese, champagne, trisodium citrate, and champagne flavor. And what this says is 5.5% ABV. It says over 125 years ago, during the summer of 1888, the Foster brothers gave the thirsty people of Melbourne their first taste of true refreshment. So this is now brewed under Anheuser-Busch in America, USA, but it was founded in Australia. This is a nice 25.4 fluid ounce keg can. Well, that's a bit darker than I was expecting. Wow. Um, so bubbles on this are kind of small but medium, may not last that long. Coloration of the beer itself is a very deep gold, almost going into that amber type coloration, but very clear. I can see carbonation bubbles streaming up through. I don't know if anybody else can. Doesn't really matter. They're there. The aromas on this thing, well, it might mix well with champagne. It has a little bit of a kind of cracker malt backbone in the aromas, and a little bit of a fruity ester kind of coming up, and a little bit on the earthy side. All right, first swig on this one. Cheers. Very light body and extremely carbonated. Very bubbly in the mouth. One tastes like like a beer. It tastes like what you would just think almost any type of an American adjunct lager would taste like, but this is an ale. A little bit on the cracker side to bread, and even going into almost a rye spiciness, the flavor. Kind of earthy tone hop presence. I'm gonna go ahead and crack into this or tear into this cheese, I should say. All right, I should have prepped better on the cheese thing. I thought I could just tear it open. Try not to ruin that beautiful wax job. There we go. Okay. This is all going in my belly, so I'm just taking the whole damn thing out. There we go. Okay, the wax is already starting to peel off there. That smells weird. Smile. Wow. It has a little bit of like a foot odor to it. And there is a slight hint of a cheddar smell in there. I'm not sure if the foot type odor is coming from like any of the champagne flavoring that's added to this, but kind of got a creamy mouthfeel to it. It's got a kind of a pretty pungent flavor. Right here. This is a difficult one. Um, Even though this is a cheddar, it's not as like sharp as a lot of like the cheddar cheeses that I'm used to. It's a kind of pungent, a little bit of a weird, I guess, a champagne flavor. A little bit on the fruit side with cheese, beer mixing with it. It's not bad. I think it does bring out more of the earth tones um, from the hops and the Foster's premium ale. It's not super bad. I don't know if I'd ever get this cheese again though. But for pairing, it's all right. It doesn't. The cheese is a little bit more flavorful, more fruit forward, and the flavors with that kind of champagne. It's got, like I said, that pungent type taste to it as well. And the drinking the beer afterwards washes it down, and you're left with the earthy tones from the brew. So let's go ahead and move on, and I will continue eating my hunk of cheese. Cheers.
Nice, man. Excellent. Thank you,
Sorry
Bumpy.
about all the interruptions there.
You're all
wife,
right.
my wife was looking for the dog, and I'm doing my thing, and I didn't hear what she said. I hear her, she's running around saying, "Where's Kobe? Where's Kobe?" I'm like, "Oh, it's here."
That's
Yeah,
funny.
cheese.
Follow the cheese, yeah.
That cheese looks freaking good. Foot, huh?
We always have to check to see if the dogs like it. So let's see if we can get them up here. Boom.
Hi, Cheryl. How you doing?
No, get up. Come on.
Okay.
Get up. They can't see you if you don't get up. pointless. Yeah.
There it is.
Get it.
Uh,
Get cheese. You want the cheese? Yeah. Is it good? He's put it on the floor. All right.
Hey, Patch of Heaven, how you doing?
And then we got Telly. Telly,
Hey,
how's the
Patch of
cheese?
Heaven. Oh, look at them, man. How
Here,
cool.
ready? You want the cheese? Come get it.
That's cute.
Okay, the cheese is dog approved.
Yeah. They like the foot cheese. All right. So, miscellaneous. We got you next.
All right, so what's going on, guys? Today I've got something by Collective Arts and Sear Craft Brewing. It's called The Origin of Darkness. It's got a nice whale on there for the bottle art. This is a rum barrel aged Baltic style porter with raisins, dates, and prunes. This rings in at a 9.6%. I paid $15 for this bottle of beer. I don't know. For my cheese, I just got some sharp cheddar, Kraft, nothing fancy. I thought it might go good with the darker fruits. So yeah, I don't know. Never had this. We're gonna find out. I'm excited. My buddy said this was pretty good stuff. So I almost put that whole bottle in there. That's surprising. All right, so right off the top, it's got a very cocoa head, um, very tight, small bubbles in there. Uh, 2 fingers. I don't know how long it's going to hang in there. It's a pretty strong beer. Very dark, opaque. Um, I can't even get like an amber tint caramel through the bottom. This thing's black. Very, very dark beer. The smell. The smells of a barrel aged. I've never had a rum barrel aged beer, nor have I had a Baltic porter. So I'm gonna wrap it all together in one shot. I'm getting some chocolate. Definitely getting some of the darker fruits. Raisins, not so much. More of the dates and prunes are coming out. There's some chocolatiness to it. So let's give her a taste. Wow, this is very different. Up front, it tastes like you would think your average barrel aged stout would, but as it goes down, I get the different kind of barrel. I guess that's the rum. It's very interesting and intriguing. I like it. Oily. Doesn't dry the tongue off real bad. So let's try some of this cheddar. It's actually really good. The sharpness of the cheese is counteracting the sweet finish of this beer in a really good way. It slightly alters the taste of the cheese, but it comes through strong on the back of the palate. I did take my advice from Bumpy because he tried that. What was it? I believe it was a Baltic porter with Gouda. So I figured I would go with the cheddar. It actually works really good together. I'm surprised. Man, this is some really good beer. Holy crap. Got some good lacing on there. Hanging in there pretty good. The head receded fairly quickly. I mean, it's almost, it's 9.6. This beer is actually made out of Ontario, Canada. This is imported. It is not made in the United States. So, wow, it's really good. Surprised to work with the cheddar. And cheers, guys. If you can get one, go find you one. Very nice. So, yeah, let's check out what Beer Man's got in store.
That looks great, dude.
It's really good, man. I'm surprised. It's really different. God damn, Bumpy.
Now, Baltic porters are they're lager. They're aged in a lager fashion, right? They're a lager beer, are they not? Baltic porters.
Me personally, I'm not that deep into it yet, but Bumpy would probably know more
Bottom
about
fermenting.
Baltics can be brewed either way. The original way of doing it was to lager them, so I think the majority of them that you find out there will be a lager.
Right on. Okay.
But they can also be done as an ale.
They can. All right. That's good to know. Cool, man. Yeah, I like Baltic. They're very good. Very good beers. And it sounded good with the cheddar. That was amazing. I'm going to have to try that now. I have to try that Foster's now of what you got with the cheddar, dude.
I should have started at the thick end of this, though, and worked my way down.
Yeah.
Slowing down now.
Oh, man. That's funny.
I got a dog head on my lap, though.
You got a dog head on. Oh, wait, I got to see this.
Oh, you can't see him. He's just.
You can't see him, yeah.
He's so small.
I love dogs. Well, so I've got a Belgian brown ale. It was I was looking all over the place trying to find something that would go with. I have Gouda, an aged Gouda, like a year-aged Gouda or something. This one was a Belgian brown ale at 9.1%. Here, let me look up. My camera's up there. Nostradamus. This is the look of it. Kind of has like a little wizard dude and all this shit. Serve it at 55 degrees. I'm probably serving this at around 60 or so. It's a dark artisanal Belgian special brown ale. It says 11, 15, 18 is when it was bottled, so it's 2 years old, just a little over 2 years old. Yeah, so it had the date, had everything. That was nice. Smoke on the water. Oh, we got some bubbling, fizzing. Drinking it out of this, I guess you would call it like a Duvel glass or a Tripel or something rather. It's brown. Oh, it's got a lot of yeast action, like all over the place in there. This is very yeasty. We going with about a finger and a little over a finger head. I can't really twirl this or so, to get it going, but oh, that's very like figgy, like figs and plums. Not footy at all. Very sweet caramels, like a dark caramel, figgy plumminess. Ah, man. There might be a slight hint of like, well, there's a roasted, like, I guess a slight chocolatiness, I guess, if you want to put it that way. It's more of like a dark caramel, though. It's really nice. The foam is really silky and thick and together. Very small bubbles. The head retention's holding very well. It's very malty. It smelled very malty, just very malty. It's got a lot of yeast and particles and stuff floating around, kind of turbid inside, with a medium to fast rising bubble. In a good light, you'd probably be looking at a brown ale. Yeah. So let's taste it. All right, you get like kind of a cherry. It's very smooth. I didn't get cherry at all in the smell, in the nose. Very smooth and creamy and delightful on the tip of the tongue, down and back. It's very nice. The mouth feels very creamy and smooth. The finish is dry and bitter, and it dries off very quickly. About 50% of the way down, it starts to dry off. So you're getting this burst of plums and figs and some dark fruit action going on. This like a dark cherry kind of flavor coming out of this. Nothing barrel aged or anything like that. It's a little bubbly on the carbonation around the tongue, up on the palate. But like I said, it dries off so quick that it's awesome. Let's get this with the aged Gouda. See what it's all about. Oh, it's got that crispy, like candy-like flavor on the outside of that cheese. Crunchiness. Mmm. Nice, smooth, hard cheese. Oh, that softens up the fruits a lot. You don't get a lot of the dark fruit anymore. You get more into the caramels. The malts start to press out more with that cheese. The cheese kind of has a fruity, like, aginess to it. um, Here, you're up here. Sorry. It's very good. It kind of takes out the fruit, brings in the malt. That was very. I need to have that again. Hold on. Good cheese, man. That aged Gouda is really good. Oh my god. I want that on a grilled cheese sandwich. Kind of gives you like this weird malty, like kind of even an herbaceous like kind of taste, like floral as well, little floral. Very nice, very well balanced, very nice. I like this. We'll get to the scoring here. Let's start scoring these things. All right, I'm done here. Right on. So whenever you're ready, Bumpy, if you want to give it the closing statement and the score, um, it's all you.
Mic's off, Bumpy.
I hit the unmute button. Okay, I'm back. The dryer's going and stuff, so I'm trying not to interrupt with anybody else's. It's like everything all of a sudden has to happen. We're going live. Let's get everything going in the house. Oh, geez, where do I start with the beer by itself? Premium ale. It's thing for what it is. I mean, I would rather just have like a Pabst Blue Ribbon or something that's cheaper. This it has kind of similar flavors to, like I said, like an American adjunct lager almost. Maybe a little bit more bitter and hoppy, but it's like earthy tone hops. On the beer itself, right around an 80. I'm going to give this one an 89 out of 100. I don't think I'll pick up any more of these. The regular Fosters, the Fosters Lager, if they had them in the 12 packs, I'd grab those every now and then. I think I prefer the Fosters Lager over the premium ale. The cheese by itself, it's all right. If you like to lick feet and stuff. My overall on the cheese by itself, I wouldn't buy it again. I mentioned that I think when I was eating it the first time. I would just go for a nice sharp Vermont cheddar cheese or something over this. Something that has a little bit more bite, less pungy, and kind of foot flavors. But the magic happens actually when you pair the two. The eating the cheese and drinking the beer, it washes away the punginess. But like this is a very, very strong flavored cheese. Even though this beer isn't the best, it's all right. Washing down that pungy flavor, it's a blessing. And I think the pairing together is like a 92. Cheers.
That was a good score, dude. That was, you had me going on that like to wash it down. That was perfect how you put that, man, because that's a perfect washer down for something pungent like that. So
Yeah.
that's probably a real good pair there, then, man. That's great.
Yeah, these are not. I was
What's up,
thinking
Sun City?
that they would kind of combine a little bit better with like the flavors. I was thinking that this was going to be an ale, so I was thinking, oh, it might have some fruity flavors to it. And
Right.
it's more on the earthy. It ended up being more on the earthy side. And the cheese, like I said, has a little bit of like a champagne fruit flavor to it, along with the foot odor and pungency.
Awesome.
So yeah, very strong cheese in a very like earthy toned ale. It just yeah.
Cool. All right, man.
They're totally separate, but they work together.
Rich, perfect. And your overall was 95? Is that what you said? 90.
90, I believe I said the 92.
92? Okay. That's a great score, man. It's an A. It's an A.
All right, guys. So I'm going to start with this beer. All right. So after I bought this, I went on Beer Advocate and I checked this out because I always go there. That's the wiki of beer, and you're going to get the best information you're going to get about this. This beer was scored in the low 80s, and I don't know what these people weren't getting that they didn't like, or maybe it was that it's aged in a rum barrel. I really like this beer. This is really good. It's different. Um, it hits on a lot of the same stout notes, but it's got a different finish. The follow through, the consistency of it. It's a thin, but it's slick on the palate. Almost oily, but not too hefty. Hey, Baja Wild Man, by the way, sorry I saw you in the chat. Man, and like I said, I didn't get anything fancy, man. I just got some regular craft, sharp cheddar, and two totally different broad spectrums. Because this is very dark fruit, like I said, prunes, raisins, dates. It's got chocolate notes to it, and the cheddar cheese was sharp enough to actually counterbalance the beer, like where you could actually taste it. The beer was not overwhelming over the cheese. I was very surprised at how well it worked. Um, the beer by itself, man, I always go high because I like these really dark beers on it. But like I said, I don't know what those people were thinking on Beer Advocate. This gets a 5 for me. I mean, 5 out of 5 on the beer. The cheese is average. Anybody can get this at any grocery store that you go to. But together, it's an immaculate pairing. It works really well because the richness and the sharpness of the cheese cuts in with the malt and the sweetness of the beer, and it marries together very well. Together, I would give this a 5. If you guys want to try like a dark uh, Baltic porter, or I mean a stout with cheddar, I think that it would pair very well. Maybe a barrel aged, not a chocolate per se, or a coffee or a maple imperial stout, but just your regular run-of-the-mill, dark, barrel-aged stout or Baltic porter would work very well with the cheddar cheese. So I'm ecstatic. I'm a 5 across the board. So, anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the beer man. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, right on. That's a
Sure.
good, very good score, dude.
Yeah.
That it's weird how, like you said that with what I'm about to explain again. It's like it canceled out. It didn't cancel it out. It just kind of like covered it up so it was easier to drink. It's
Harmony,
just
man.
amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really this kind of the same situation with the cheese and mine. Like I just said, yeah, it just kind of canceled everything out. The beer itself, though, Paul had said, did it taste like raisins? And yes, it did. I did leave that out. It does have a raisin taste to it. So thanks for bringing that up. There was a bit of raisin. It was just it's really a remarkable beer. It's sweet. It's a 9.1. It's definitely in the imperial status. Um, it's a good beer, and it's actually pretty easy to drink. It's not too boozy, and I really enjoy drinking this. Actually, I want to have another sip just so I can uh, you know get back to it. Yeah, that cherry. There's a cherry in that, and it's really amazing. Um, so alone with this beer, I definitely I have no choice but to give this 2 thumbs up. It's 5 hops out of 5. So it really is truly a remarkable beer. I'll show it one more time if you can find it in your area. It is imported, so a lot of people would be able to find something like this. Nostradamus, not bad though. So with the cheese, though, the cheese I picked was like that nice crunchy candy, like kind of fruity. I don't know, kind of like a crispiness to it. Really nice. Um, Eating it now, it's really it's a hard cheese. It really takes over your mouth. Feel like everything you're tasting, all of a sudden, it's just like it's cheese in your mouth. it's really it's really strong and pungent. Um, it has a tendency to. It was salty, very salty, and it took away the flavors of the fruit and brought in the malts. I'll do it one more time. Yeah, it cancels out the fruit, and then all of a sudden you're tasting like these caramels, these rich caramel flavors and stuff like that. So it's really nice. With the two together, I think that I picked a good match. Um, I did do some research, so I kind of cheated, but um,
Did.
I definitely give this a 5. Like this is really good together. So it really is. Um, Maybe one of these days I'll pick something that's less than 5 because the past 3 days I've been saying 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. But no, this is a really good beer and cheese mix. So, cheers, guys. All right.
I'm glad that you actually brought up the saltiness because I've noticed I didn't even mention saltiness because the cheese that I had no salt, and I've had a
Right.
lot of cheeses lately since I've been going on this cheese venture, and a lot of them have had kind of a high sodium content to them.
Higher sodium.
Yeah,
Which
and this I don't taste any salt in it, so I guess
wow.
that's good.
Yeah, for that one, like what? So that one didn't have any salt, like no saltiness.
No
Like
saltiness at all.
crazy. That's crazy. Um, like the saltier cheeses seem to go well with like IPAs and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, they work well with the bitterness and everything. But that's crazy how that. I've never had a cheese that isn't salty.
You know, you
Yeah.
know what I can compare this to, which I drank with you, beer man, was this the Dogfish Head, the 18%
Oh yeah, right.
extra. This is right up that alley. Very very similar smell, very raisiny,
Raisiny,
um,
right?
prunes. I really don't care for raisins. I don't like to eat them, but
Like
it
that
really
datey kind of.
works. Yeah, it's very, very deep and rich, complex. My cheese was salty. I mean, it's
Right. Cheddar
sharp
cheese, right?
cheddar. I mean, but man,
I like the salty cheeses for sure. I did like the blue cheese with, but I would want to try it with something else because that brought too much of a smokiness. Maybe a Scottish with a blue cheese would be really good. Wee heavy, or a 90 or an 80 shilling, something like that.
yeah. Just so you guys
Or a
know,
Belgian
I
would be
looked at
really.
the link that you sent me about to compare the cheese and stuff, and I've literally just been letting it hang out. Like I'm going wild off the get go.
I'm going wild next time, dude. I'm not
Like
even
I
gonna
don't
research. I'm just gonna pick a cheese, pick a
either
beer.
it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. The
Yeah.
Well, I
beer
think
could be
I already
great, or the
have
beer
my
could be
cheese
bad,
picked
and the
up
cheese
next
could
week.
be good.
All right. Cool, man. I'm just happy to have you continue to come back here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're with us. I'm glad both of you guys are, man. And that's also an invite to everyone else out there that wants to
The
come up
cheese
with
that I have picked out for
a
Yeah, man, guys, grab your beers and your cheese and come by. If you want to get in on this, you can either drop a comment or go to Mr. Beerman's about section and drop him an email because we would love to have other people come up here, give their opinions. This beer could taste great to me. Bumpy might not like it. Beerman might not like it. You might not like it.
Right.
But they could pair very well with something like what was it? 3 weeks ago, I did a Dill Havarti with the peach milkshake IPA. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
You just
Yeah.
never know.
What's
So
what was Baja Wildman's question there? Was he asking what my cheese was, or
what
was he asking if?
what was your cheese? I think is what he's asking.
Okay, so I had this cool wax on it. I had this nice green wax layer, and what it was, package is all turned inside out now, but
Cheers, Blake.
hey, get away from the cheese. Yeah, it was a champagne aged cheddar cheese.
Yancey's Fancies.
Yancey's Fancies out of New York.
Nice.
Lee
Yancy's and
Bumpy.
Nancy's. You can slam cheese down, homie.
Yeah, it's not helping with my gut situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wild next time though. I'm not gonna do any research. I gotta stop that. But
It's not cheating, but like the link you sent me and I looked at it,
Well-
and like you can totally take something that you would think wouldn't go together and it can work.
yeah,
Perfect.
even mentally, like
Opposites
just putting it
attract.
together. Right.
I
That
like
sounds like it'll be
that.
good. Yeah. Oh, bleh, God damn, what was that? Yeah. But we'll find out. That's what makes it exciting. Every Tuesday night, folks, bring your beer and your beer and your cheese. And oh shit, yeah. Bring your beer. I love it. Bring it. Thank you for that.
There.
I've passed that on to others as well. Sun City does it too now, so it's awesome. I get messed up sometimes and forget. But yeah, bring your in the chat if you want to participate. I have of course have our rules and stuff, but just know that you have to have a cheese and a beer to talk about. And that's all I ask. It can even be thinly sliced cheese for sandwiches, and you have a Budweiser. I don't care. Bring it up.
I mean, like last week I used a Baby Bell, which is a highly produced. Anybody can get that at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You don't have to go buy a $80 slice of cheese to
right.
come hang out.
Oh, now
Take a fruit roll up.
you can turn the wax into things.
Give that to the kids. Here, you want this?
Well, shoot, man. So please, guys, if we have there's Miscellaneous and Bumpy have been coming to me for the past, well, let's say about a month now. So, and I want to continue to have more people up here. So if you guys want to participate, please, by all means, let me know. My email is on my About page. So just email me and let me know, and we'll get you in here. But be prepared. That's all I ask. It can be wild. Just be prepared. So
That's right. Save the whales.
save the whales, man.
Let's shoot the seal.
I won't be going too long tonight. I do have to take my wife out. We're gonna go to dinner and stuff. But when I get back, I might start up a more of a schwilly live. It'll be a little later, so if you guys are on the east, it's probably a little late. But I will try and do that though. We'll see.
Yeah. It's my Friday. You never know. I could be lurking around.
Technically, it's mine
Every day's Friday for you now, man.
at the moment. It sucks. It's lonely and boring. I gotta think of things to do, man. I've actually been paying attention to my. Well, I won't. I shouldn't have brought that up. I won't mention that right now. But anyway, the other part of my reviews. Yeah. So, took my wife out to our local cidery for Valentine's Day. Right on. They had fondue and cider. Fondue was like a Swiss Gouda, and the cider was their main. That sounds freaking
Oh man, that
phenomenal.
does sound good.
God. Wow.
So like they actually had like slices of Granny Smith that you guys were dipping into the cheese, bah man.
Right.
Because that's actually I've heard of that. I haven't done it, but I know it works.
Swiss Gouda mix. Oh my God. This Gouda cheese is delicious. I can imagine how that is.
Yeah.
I haven't had it.
Gouda got its name for a reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure did.
Yeah, I haven't had
Bunch of
it.
drunken fools eating cheese. That's some Gouda cheese.
That's Gouda.
Bumpy beat me to it.
Oh, shoot, man.
It's a
I gotta
cheeky one,
get us
but
more.
no pun intended.
It's crunchy and candy-like and nice. I love it. Yummy.
It's
Yeah.
crunchy.
Send me a picture of that.
Like this crispy crystal, like
Like all the way through the cheese, or is that just the outer ring?
on the outside.
All right.
But when you get into it, it's very pungent and like cheddar cheesy like an Irish cheddar cheese, but more pungent, more salty, and like powdery. Like it melts in your mouth on the side of your cheek and stuff when you like chew on one side or whatever the hell you're doing. It's just amazing how it like melts into your mouth. It's really good, man.
It's like M&M's.
Kind of like M&M's, man, but a cheese.
It melts in your mouth.
Nice, Baja man. Bread cubes, apples, slices, and grapes to dip in the fondue.
Nice.
Yeah, because I've heard apples and cheese. Like you get like a sweeter tart apple, and
That sounds delicious.
Because my buddy actually at the store, he got some one of those lambits, and he's got a nice green apple lambit up there.
Deidre.
Might be good to pair. I'm kind of weary of those beers. They don't taste good to me. I've had 2 or 3, and I just think,
Right.
like vinegary. It kind of tastes like spoiled wine to me.
Ooh.
It wasn't.
One to try is Linderman's. They back sweeten theirs. And if you get their raspberry, which is their framboise, it pretty much tastes like Sour Patch Kids, at least to me.
Wow.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so it's like really sweet and sour all in one. It's nice.
Shit, you got my email, right?
It's like they do something mean to you and then they treat you nice.
Do I have your email?
Do you?
I don't know.
If you don't,
Have you emailed me?
Your email. I think I picked it up through our happenings.
Oh,
no,
it's in my YouTube channel. It's no secret. It's bumpyroadbrewery@gmail.com.
Oh, and you're on the yeah.
But no, I want a picture of Beer Man's cheese, and I want more information on that beer. I'm gonna email you right now, Bumpy. That way you have my email.
Yeah, you can find them. Lenderman's is probably one of the most easy to find lambics around. So
Yeah, got you right here.
I like a good lambic, man. Those are good. They're freaking delicious. The sours are really getting good to me. I'm really starting to like sours.
yeah,
I really am. I didn't think I'd ever say that. I kind of want to go get one right now.
yeah. The thing. I mean, it's like IPAs like have been like such a huge hitter, and the New England style IPAs and everything when they came out. So yeah, that's like anybody that was becoming like into craft beer. It seems like, oh, what do you like to drink? New England IPAs, New England IPAs, New England. And then the sours came around again, and 'cause, I mean, it's an old style, but they started making a huge comeback, especially with all like the dessert type sours that they've been coming out with, and
The good old U.S.
yeah,
Bumpy.
Yeah, Bumpy, I just sent
Did
you an
you say?
email.
Oh shit!
what?
I just
What?
sent you an email, so you'll have my email address.
Oh, man.
I love Paul, man. He's funny. That dude cracks me up.
I will tell you this: the warmer this beer gets, it does not hold up like a stout, though. Usually, it gets better the warmer it gets. This is not the case with this. I should have swigged this thing down, but it's strong.
I love that glass. I gotta get one of those.
I'll
I-
email you the link again.
So the
That's
warmer it
amazing.
gets, does it lose like some of
It's
like
more pungent.
yeah? Do you
More
get
of a
like
bite to it.
fruity flavors, like dark fruits and stuff start coming through as it warms up, or
It's losing its ambiance.
It loses it.
losing it?
Yeah, ice cold. This thing is amazing right now.
Maybe that's the lager in it if it's lagered, right? Maybe it has to be served at a higher, a more colder temp
Yeah,
because it's lagered,
Maybe it's
but
because you're out of cheese.
or because you're out of cheese. Oh, you got a lot of cheese. Yeah, all right, man.
see that
Hey,
might
man,
work.
we got a lot of cheese too. Damn.
Yeah.
You have to-
I'm out of cheese. I gave a good portion to my dogs.
More power
I was,
to you,
I
Bucky.
was I was looking at Paul Milfru's comment there that I wasn't going to be able to crap for a week, and I got scared. So I said, "Hey, dogs, hope
You don't get blocked out.
if you guys don't crap for a week, that'd be awesome, right, Kobe? That'd be
If I'm gonna
great."
eat cheese like that, you're supposed to have like a salad or something first.
Yeah. Dude, give me a second. I gotta go get a beer. I'm gonna
I gotta go put this bottle up on the shelf with all the rest of mine.
we'll pull this at 7 o'clock.
If you had a 25.4 ounce beer, you wouldn't have to go get another one yet.
I know. Dang it. I don't have my cooler by me. I'll be really quick right back.
Oh,
They hung
go
it
on.
in pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Some nice lace on that.
There's no lacing on this one, really.
They have Fosters down here, all over the place. They have the blue can. I've seen the green can at a couple places. I haven't had it.
Yeah, I never had it before until tonight. So
Not
that's
that
why
I'm
I
like
picked it. That's what
put
pushed me
off.
into picking it up.
Not that I'm put off by it. It's just like it's just going to be the average. I don't know. I don't want to sound snooty now because I'm drinking different stuff, but I like average run of the mill beer. I had Miller High Life in my
Yeah.
fridge right now because that's
This
what
isn't. Yeah, this was not the average run of the mill ale that I would like to drink though. Like for the price even. I mean, this is like twice the price of getting like a Natty Daddy for like the same size
How
can,
much
pretty
do you
much.
pay for the can?
It was like I think it was like $2.49 for the can.
Oh, that's yeah. That's not bad for
Not
25
bad,
ounce
except
beer.
that natty daddy was like $1.80.
Yeah, but that stuff's strong. That's like malt liquor status.
Yeah, it's 8%. Yeah, I'm just I don't know. I don't recommend the Foster's Premium Ale. I would say get the Foster's Lager though. 'Cause I've had that one before, and I kind of like it. It's just like any of the other adjunct lagers that you get. So it's got a little bit of a different flavor to it though.
It's that one again.
Crush. Cherry cinnamon sour.
I had that on
I missed your
Bumpy
screen.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and it's actually not super bad at all.
Yeah, it
All
was.
right, Bear Man. We're gonna put you to the test. Drink it with your left hand.
Oh, dude. All right, here we go.
There we
No,
go.
I have to move back, dude.
I'm not making fun of you, man. My wife had that same thing going on. If you go to the doctor, though, like I said, bring up.
Oh my God, they went everywhere.
Just if you go to the doctor, man, bring up the word impingement when you go to your meeting, because
Probably what
like, that's what my wife had. She's a bartender. She was always pour, and she was getting that same kind of thing that you're talking about. She had to wear a sling. We had to take her to place. She didn't have to have surgery, but it was like a repeat offense. Like one day you'd move wrong, or you poured too many draft beers and it aggravated it. And
Right.
it was like debilitating. I know exactly the kind of thing that you're going through. Not by my pain, but I've seen my wife go through similar to the T.
It's on it's on the joint now. It was on the cuff and burning like hell, like an abscessed tooth, to the pulse of my heart. And now it's on my nerve right inside there's a nerve right in the joint. And if I move up just a little bit, I'm screaming like a hell motherfucker. And so I can't, yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, it probably is.
It's like having sciatica in your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it, like literally.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you don't walk into your hands, though.
Oh my God. Or I don't do push-ups anymore either. I was in jiu-jitsu for a while, so there was a lot of joint manipulation there. I've had a lot of arm bars put on me and stuff like that. I actually busted one of my elbows, but never went in. Well, I didn't bust it. I kind of like sprained it or overstretched it.
Hyperextended. Yeah.
Hyperextended it, yeah. But yeah, I
that
don't know.
hurts.
But that shit hurts, dude. Jiu-jitsu sucks, dude, when it comes to like
Getting your
arthritis. You know, but man, I gotta hand it to this beer with the cheese too that I picked here. This is weird. That sour really kind of tastes like graham crackers.
Wow. Oh, the cinnamon. You got cinnamon in that beer too, so
Yeah, kind of graham crackery.
Oh, you're cheating. Now you're doing two.
Oh.
That's weird.
Cranking two out on one
Just gotta
night.
throw that in there. Snuck it through, y'all. I think my wife might be driving tonight when we go to the brewery. We're gonna go.
That was a fair bit of a beer you drank. What, 9-1? Mine was 9-6.
You should see if they have a cheese spread when you go there.
I mean, when you think about it, you could like have one 5.3% average Paps or whatever like that. And you could blow and fail.
What? Oh yeah, dude. No, I'm actually. I wouldn't drive right now. But
I mean, I could drive anywhere far right now. If I got pulled over and I had to blow, out of gas.
I don't know if I would right now. I don't want to spend $10,000 on a DUI.
Hell no.
But
hey man, I'm not paid by them. I love Uber, Lyft. $10 can save you 10 grand.
yeah, it can. Sure can, man. No, we're gonna go to Bowie Beer Company though.
Nice.
You say
yeah.
Bowie?
What's
You,
Bowie? Bowie.
Bowie is one of the newer breweries out over the bridge from us.
All right.
And they're right on a dock. And they kind of like, they got a bunch of people to invest together to make it happen. But they got a really nice system. It's like I think it's like what is it? It's not a 10, maybe a 10-barrel system, actually. Yeah, there you go.
And
That's
the
what
only reason I have this is because he sent it.
I sent that to him. So
They
yeah,
don't got this over here, Bumpy. It was really good too. It was good.
Yeah.
Stupid.
They're not bad. They have a really good oyster shooters, like this 6-tray thing with like blue salt around it to make it all pretty. But they're fried oysters, and they have like a jalapeno and cream cheese dab on the top of each one, and they're freaking like a jalapeno jelly with this cream cheese dab, and it's super delicious. I love
That sounds good.
oyster
That
shooters.
sounds
Are
good.
great, man.
I'm always good for a good dab.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dabba dabba do.
I do want to get a dab rig going, man. I haven't actually done that yet. I'd like to. Well, I've done it, but I've not my own.
I'm thinking about upgrading. Give me one of them
emails. Yeah.
They're dangerous too. You just mess around and leave that on, you burn your house down.
Totally, dude. Yeah, like an
I think
iron
that might
for
be
your
a-
hair. I mean,
Yeah, might be a discussion for another time.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's all good.
What time we got?
Well, we're about ready to go here. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and end it up. But for next week, next Tuesday, if you guys want to participate, same old thing. Very easy. Just pick your own cheese, pick your own beer. That goes for the chat. If you want to be part of it, just have it ready and let me know when you're here, and I'll let you up. And there are rules. Look at the description, and you'll know all the rules that I have for my live stream panels. So right on, guys. Thank you so much for being part of it. Your new head, what's this? Is a bit tinny. Oh, is it? Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to adjust that. Maybe there's an adjustment.
It's your beard.
Probably is. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? What's going on, man? Is that better? All right. So, yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you so much. I got to take the wife out. We're going to go get some dinner, have some beers, come back, and then I'll get on a late night schwilly time, and you'll probably see it. So if you guys are there, much love to you, and we'll have a good time. So cheers, guys. Thank you, Bumpy Road. Thank you, Miscellaneous. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bless up, as Bamboo says. But, yeah, cheers, guys.
Catch
All right.
Cheers. Yeah, thanks for having me on again, and catch you next week.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, man.
I'm gonna try
Different cheese, different beer.
See if I could see you later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I promises.
If you're there, you're there. But if you're there, I'll be happy. So it's all good.
All right, man. Later,
Okay,
Bumpy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're ending it now. Goodbye, guys. Love you.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.